Alright, doing a bit of a redo. Oh, wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king.
Let's see. Before we do that,
Greetings.
I want to see if Hobson will say something different. If I fill up the treasury before. Oh dear, we're already in debt. Hoping in school, paid to decrease taxes. Well, gave everyone a full refund. Transfer to the treasury. And I'll be like Dr. Evil and say, $1 million! Sir? Yeah, $1 million isn't exactly a lot of money anymore. This will take a bit, so if you want to go get a drink, go get a drink. There's your chance. Or perhaps make some popcorn. Or run over to the nearest gas station and grab yourself a candy bar. It's too bad there is no simple fill in the amount. Alright, now this one's going to be very delicate. Only 600,000. Let's try that. Let's see, where am I? Okay. Haven't quite reached the 6 figures yet. Careful, careful. Slow down. I like rounding up to zeros, you know. Damn it. Perfect. Now the doors will close automatically, so that the treasury can update itself. Apparently doors act like little loading screens. Hopefully the foundation will be able to hold this up.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Have I gave away enough to...
Fancy a bit of counting, do you?
Ah, damn it.
Just doing a bit of bookkeeping, eh?
And there it goes, making it worse. Let's see, personal.
This room is quite enormous. I wonder how much wealth it would take to fill it.
For the biggest possible pile, it'll be 5 million. And that number always overshoots. Thank you. Sheesh.
That is a tricky...
All the guild tattoos that I've already got on. And of course a weapon I already have. Alright then. Save it before we go on.
Hello, sir.
Another
Have you ever
fine
thought of the
day for a
people we
hearing,
may have
is it
hurt
not?
on our road to victory?
Today,
You will hear of
you
them
will
today.
decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the Battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Reva shall stand against her.
You can't have that nowadays.
You
they
may
talk
speak.
they talk over
Your
each
Majesty,
other.
our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now. I ask...
We destroyed the old quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The king has reached his decision. The Old Quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty. Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Reva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn old quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new old quarter.
Alright, what do you say about that, Hobson?
Astonishing, Your Majesty. So early in your reign, and already the treasury is replete. I cannot recall seeing a more beautiful spectacle. And yet there is still a kingdom to be run, and it never hurts to amass more gold. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. As you can imagine, the people like to complain about crime and the lack of safety on our streets, and are calling for more guards than your brother was ever willing to pay for. You have three choices, Your Majesty. Leave the budget as it is. After all, the people have grown accustomed to murder, theft, and contraband. Increase the budget and fill the streets with soldiers keeping the peace. A rather costly solution. Or take a more considered approach by lowering the budget. For what is the point of a safe, well-policed kingdom when it is too poor to protect itself from sudden annihilation?
We arm the civilians, that's how we do it, but this game is made in Britain, and Britain is idiotic. A very idiotic nation, I'm afraid. But raising the guard budget or lowering the guard budget, I don't really see what changes. Like, I think the number of guards remains the same if I raise it, but It never hurts to have some more, especially in Bright and it's not. Is it Brightwall? No. Millfields. Yeah, Millfields definitely needs more guards. Place has got Balverines and bandits plaguing the nobles.
If we are to pay soldiers, surely they should be part of an army, not patrolling the streets. The people will be delighted, Your Majesty. But will they thank you when
Don't
they
do
are
air
dead?
quotes.
Not unless they are turned into some sort of awful zombie creatures.
There you go again.
That isn't what is going to happen, is it? Anyway, this will leave a sizable gap in the treasury. Unless you can cover the expenses out of your own pocket, I'm afraid we shall be in dire straits indeed. Let us now turn our attention to the rest of today's business. Here is the royal schedule I have prepared.
You remind me of Trevor Howard, the late Trevor Howard, famous British actor, in his role in the Shaka Zulu miniseries. You know, that's what you remind me of. But anyway, yeah, I'm telling me that, oh no, my people are going to die because I gave away a little gold to increase the guard budget. Have you not looked at the amount? We got 9 million gold. We got plenty more still.
As you can see, you have a busy day in the court, but a tremendously enjoyable one. Decoration is a passion of mine, and I simply cannot wait to see your choice. The interior designers await you in the throne room.
Yeah. It was nice knowing this purple carpet. There will be one area in the castle that has purple carpet, and that'll be the prince's room. Although I still find it puzzling that the prince's room is separate from everybody else's place. Doors that are locked to the royal prince, to the king.
My king?
At your command.
At your service, my king.
His Majesty, the King of Albion.
If you will allow me, I will transform this tedious castle into something rather magnificent.
And once again, I'm not allowed to compromise. I'm not allowed to choose to keep the purple one.
Your Majesty, I trust your tastes are sophisticated enough for my ideas. You will find my designs quite brilliant, I'm sure. If you will allow me, I will transform this tedious castle into something rather magnificent.
Yeah, only the what's it called? The Black Lives Matter cut police budget movement, or raise the guards budget. At least that was a lot of compromise and keep Logan's way that way. And the child support one that hasn't come up yet.
Oh, it's such a privilege to be here, Your Majesty. I have some wonderful ideas. The look I have in mind for this place is just so you. Oh, just look at this space. Oh, so much can be done with it.
Yeah. Remind me not to allow any children near you, any little boys near you.
Today you decide on the decor of the castle. 2 of Albion's greatest interior designers have come to present their suggestions.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I am Herman Worthy, and I have a design in mind that will blow your little royal socks off. Imagine a celestial scheme, capable of lifting the shadows that haunt these halls. A fabulous balance of serene hues that announce to the world, I am a strong, virtuous leader. Hear me roar. But also, look how pretty my home is. You are an enlightened king. Let the heart of your castle be enlightened too.
Celestial? Serene? Pretty?
Air
Do
quotes
you wish
again.
to be known as a ruler or as a fool? I am Sybil Maleficent, Your Majesty, and I can tell you that people respect what they fear. This castle should be a fortress of dread. I propose that we flood the rooms and corridors with blood, or at least a suitable paint substitute. Let all those who look upon this palace know terror, whether they be your subjects or your enemies.
It may seem trivial, but appearances can affect the opinion of the entire kingdom. The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
Yeah, you know, both the wiki and the game warn me that this will change everything, but the walls...
Ms. Maleficent is something of an extremist.
So are
she
you.
lacks the, how shall I put it, human touch.
I'd rather not be touched by you, dude. But, yeah, literally the only thing that'll change is the weather and the
Castle
carpet.
Design Weekly, of which I am the editor, has declared evil and foreboding to be the styles of the season.
Of which you're the editor. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I want people to be happy, but although the servants don't really mind, but I don't want them...
Studies have shown that a harmonious environment makes people noticeably cheerier.
Yes, it does, because everybody in this place is a hive mind. Everybody thinks exactly alike.
This can be a monument to true power. The power of fear.
All right, we'll go with the good one, because I'm a good guy for now.
I wish this to be an enlightened castle.
Oh, fabulous, Your Majesty, fabulous! Your castle will be a vision of purity.
And once more, fashion and good taste must choke down their nausea.
Yes, sir, King and...
Today you decide on the future of Aurora, Your Majesty. Kaelin will speak for her people. Reva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
I can't approach them first to talk to them
I am
privately.
here to seek the protection you promised. It is too long since my people felt safe, or knew of life without suffering. We were honored to join your fight to claim Albion. Now it is time we joined your kingdom. Do what your brother failed to do. Help us to rebuild Aurora, and protect it as you would your own land.
There is nothing so noble as embracing other cultures, and I, for one, could not be happier to count Aurora
That's
as part of Albion.
really not
But
true.
surely they must work for that privilege, and I happen to know just how to put them to good service. There is an abandoned mine in the Auroran desert that holds enough materials to benefit the whole kingdom. Let us employ Kaelin and her people to gather what resources there may be. That can be their payment.
You are talking about forced labor.
Well, let's not get bogged down in semantics. It's a fair transaction.
I know you will not break your oath. You understand what we have been through.
The choice is yours, Your Majesty.
See, this is such bullshit. I am the king. I should be able to make a compromise. Either I, A, turn them all into freeloaders, or B, turn them all into slaves. Why can't I just turn them into honest workers? You know, we open the mine.
I implore you, Your Majesty, do not listen to this man.
I know he's a freak. I know, I get it. Anyway, we can open up the mine, ship the ore onto ships, and then process the ore over here in Albion. We don't have to build the processors over there and foul up your smoke and build those...
Just think of all the lovely resources that are waiting beneath the Auroran rock. It would be a crime not to make use of such a convenient workforce.
That mine is also an abandoned temple dedicated to the Aurorans, you know. They should embrace it because it's part of their heritage, but no. Only by breaking the promise and being an asshole can I get access to that room. So stupid.
My people have suffered enough. It is peace we need, not forced servitude.
Unfortunately, I don't like smog, so I'm going to be forced to keep my promise. Reaver, got anything else to say?
I have no doubt that Aurorans will enjoy every minute of the labor. I'm told mining is quite a hoot.
Yeah.
I will keep my promise. Aurora will become part of Albion, and its people will be our equals in every way.
The king has spoken. Aurora shall be rebuilt as part of Albion, and equal to every other part of the kingdom.
Thank you, Majesty. You have proven to be a man of honor. Aurora is proud to stand at your side.
And even the nobles agree with me and not Reaver.
Welcome to the new and improved Aurora. An oasis of friendship, camaraderie, and many other lovely things. Visit the city that Reaver Industries rebuilt from sand, stone, and corpses. Enjoy the odd local customs and the heavy soldier presence. Aurora, a light blooming in the darkness.
A most brave decision in court today, Your Majesty. Aurora might have proven to be a rather profitable resource, but I'm sure we can find other means of filling the treasury. As a matter of fact, we could already have stumbled upon such an opportunity. Aurora may not turn out to be a waste after all. It seems that a group of Albion explorers visiting Aurora have discovered a rare diamond in the desert. They heard the legend of this extraordinary gem from the locals, and understandably set out to find it, without a moment's regard for their own lives. Which may go some way to explaining why only one of the explorers returned in one piece. He came back empty-handed, speaking of the hideous desert beings protecting the treasure. Think of the glory, Your Majesty, the adventure, the romance, the large sums of money we stand to make. The diamond is located in one of the caves beneath the Auroran wasteland, reportedly the site of an ancient, abandoned temple. You need only to take it.
So that makes 3 temples that Aurora has. This abandoned one with the in the mine that's been buried in the sand. The one full of with the diamond in it that's also been abandoned, and of course the one where Darkness Incarnate lives that unfortunately I can never revisit, sadly. Hobson, got any last words to say?
That gem will make a wonderful addition to our army funds. Don't you agree, Your Majesty? The creatures protecting the gem are part of Auroran folklore, but they should be no match for a hero of your stature.
You don't have to sell.
According to the legend, the diamond is the largest the world has ever known. Can you imagine? The creatures protecting the gem are part of Auroran folklore, but they should be no match for a hero.
But why a diamond and not some other giant gem? After all, there is no coal in that area, as far as I know, anyway. But now I must go see Elise. Find Elise before it's too late. Wrong one.
Darling, I'm so glad you've come. I spoke to Laszlo. He said he understood, which made it even harder. I wish he'd called me awful names and thrown me out.
Always simpler that way. But he doesn't seem the sort.
He's a good man, and I'll always love him. But not like I love you. So, what are we waiting for? If we're to spend the rest of our lives together, let's start right now. Isn't there something you want to ask me? Oh, darling, good for you!
Hello, your awesome
People's
supreme.
Prince.
That's very sweet. And wouldn't you know it, I like sweet. There's the love of my life. You are just so impressive.
I love you. Marry me.
Kneeling. Disgusting.
Oh, darling, of course I will. And just think, one day our children will ask, Mum, how did Daddy propose to you? And I'll say, right in the center of Bowerstone Industrial. It was terribly romantic.
Buy a home for your family to live in, or choose an existing one.
Let's see, to rub it in that guy's face, I'll have it here.
Where would you like to be married?
Royal wedding, Mazel Tov!
I'm so...
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
This reminds me, there's a video where Alec Baldwin's wife really emasculates him in front of everybody.
Oh, darling, I'm so happy. We made the right decision. I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Let me know and I'll send you a link to it if you
I
want
could
to
do
see
this
it.
forever.
Greetings,
Your Majesty.
Whoa! Ooh!
At your command.
Elise, what do you think of the place? Nice blue carpet, just like you'll like it. And what do you know? I bought the house that you got abducted in. And I brought condoms and lube. You're gonna need them.
You have just read my mind. Remember when we used to sneak up to your room in the castle? Fancy reliving those memories. I never want it to end. Oh, yes. My love, yes. Darling, that's great.
I can't
You're
have
such an incredible man.
I can't have her live in the castle.
That is amazing.
Not yet. Like I told you all yesterday. If I move her into the castle, she might despawn with the crowds that go into the courtroom. And let's see, what was the other thing I was gonna say? I don't remember. Oh yeah. According to the wiki, if you turn the orphanage into a brothel, Elise will be made very, very unhappy. I'm going to test that out because I don't believe it. Because I think I've tried it once before, and she was living at the castle, and nothing happened. She didn't get upset about it. So maybe if she's living in the house right across the street from the orphanage, maybe she'll express disappointment.
Many have sought the elixir of immortality, the secret wisdom of the ages, the hidden lore that the Emerald Tablet speaks of. Few have found it, and by few I mean none, and by none I mean one, and by one I mean me, and by mean I mean imply. Anyway, I have found the elixir, and now everlasting youth is mine. At last the ultimate dream is realized, to live for all eternity. In that time I will ponder the greatest questions, such as, do I stay my current age from now on? Or could I actually be younger forever? And if so, how would that age be chosen? And will my body still change according to diet and exercise? Or is there a sort of implied perfect health that goes along with the longevity? And what happens if I'm shot or I fall off a cliff? Can that kill me? Am I only safe from a death by natural causes? And what about fertility? Will I be able to have children 10,000 years from now? I might actually need longer than eternity to answer these.
Yeah, good question. Question's been bothering a lot of people. Of course, it walks hand in hand with the question I've been asking. Why do they have such old women playing the Amazons in the Wonder Woman movie?
Nice, you know that?
The live-action ones. Last I checked, Amazons are immortal, and by immortal I mean their aging stops when they hit 30 years old. Yet I see them hiring 50-year-old women, 60-year-old women. Very stupid. Anyway, saving it for now, and now I'm going to rest up a little bit before I head out for that diamond. Take care, y'all.